Hi, this is Afreen Hussain. I am currently practicing at Alipur Judges Court, Kolkata. In today's video, we are going to talk about a topic which is a little sensitive. Whether we like it or not, while growing up in India as women, sometime or the other in our lives, we must have heard the phrase, Beti Paraya Dhan Hoti Hai. Somehow it has seeped into our culture that women after marriage do not retain much right in their ancestral property or their paternal homes. How true is it legally? While some may completely dismiss it, others may frown upon it, a very few would adhere to it. So come today, let's talk about daughters' right to property in India under Hindu Succession Act. The Hindu Succession Act 1956 was the first of its kind which dealt with the succession of ancestral property according to Hindu law. It codified the Hindu law according to which the ancestral property must only be acquired by the Hindu male descendant of an ancestor in a Hindu joint family. The act was of the ideology that since a woman will one day get married and be a part of some other family, hence she should not be considered a legal co-parsoner. This made the act to be outrightly discriminatory towards women based on their gender and oppress their fundamental right to equality enshrined under Article 14 of the Indian Constitution. Seeking to put an end to this, the lawmakers of India realized the need to enact a gender-neutral law, an act that would not oppress women and would give them equal rights over their ancestral property. Hence, the Hindu Succession Act 1956 was amended and the Amendment Act 2005 came into existence on 9 September 2005. It put an end to gender discrimination and protected the fundamental right of women to equality from being violated in this regard. Co-parsonary property means a property which has been inherited by a Hindu from his father or grandfather or great-grandfather. Co-parsoner is a term used for any person who has the right to inherit the ancestral property by birth. Now coming to the few changes that have been made by the Hindu Succession Act 2005. It amended the provision which took away the daughter's right to inherit the co-parsonary property. If a Hindu dies, then his co-parsonary property shall be allotted to the daughter the same way it should be allotted to the son. It established that a daughter of a co-parsoner is also a co-parsoner by birth as is the son. Also, in a Hindu undivided family, a daughter is entitled to demand a partition as is the son. A daughter on her own will can dispose of her share of the co-parsonary property. Also, if a partition happens right before a female co-parsoner dies, then in that case her children are entitled to inherit the co-parsonary property. Now coming to a few interesting cases in this regard. Case of Prakash and others versus Fulavati and others. In this case, the Honorable Supreme Court stated that the rights of a co-parsoner under Amendment Act 2005 apply to the living daughters of living co-parsoners as on 9 September 2005 irrespective of the birth date of the daughter. So it means if the father is a co-parsoner who has died before 9 September 2005, the living daughter of such a co-parsoner would have no right to inherit the co-parsonary property in such a situation. Now coming to another case study, case of Dhanamma versus Amar Singh. In this case, the Supreme Court of India stated that if the father is a co-parsoner who has passed away before 9 September 2005 and a prior suit has been pending of partition by a male co-parsoner, then the female co-parsoners are also entitled to equal shares. The Supreme Court's conflicting judgments in the Fulavati's case 2015 and the Dhanamma case 2018 led to confusion among people. There was a dilemma as to what extent there is daughter's right to inherit the co-parsonary property. The question was whether the Amendment Act 2005 would be applied in a retrospective manner and whether the father and the daughter would have to be alive as on the date when the Amendment Act 2005 came into existence. The case of Vinita Sharma versus Rakesh Sharma 2020 answered both these questions. The Honorable Supreme Court held that the daughters have an equal right over the co-parsonary property same as the son even if the father has died before the enactment of the Hindu Succession Act 2005. It further held that the rights under this amendment apply to the living daughters of the living co-parsoners as on 9 September 2005 irrespective of the birth date of the daughters. Women have been subjected to historical injustice due to the unavailability of their co-parsonary rights and the ambiguity of the interpretation of those rights. The verdict given by the Honorable Supreme Court of India in the case of Vinita Sharma versus Rakesh Sharma is a step towards gender justice and gender equality. In conclusion, this is for all the women out there to know that the Supreme Court entitles you to the same rights as it does to your brother. So don't be afraid to exercise your rights. If you want to know anything else regarding this matter, feel free to reach out to me. This is Advocate Afreen Hussain signing out.